Sci-fi gangster.
I am not a merry man.
It appears we have lost our sex appeal, Captain.
How dare you?
Tell him he's a pretty cat. And a good cat. What was he doing in a runabout at 4 in the morning? Apparently, he was getting murdered.
He's my number one dad.
There's nothing wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with the universe.
Hello, sci-fi gangsters. This is a show where we talk about science fiction, comic books, and video games, but really it's just an excuse for me to catch up with my friends, old and new. The awkward thing is that we can't hear the intro, but you can. So we're all just sitting in silence, waiting for Acid to point to me to go. Right? So you didn't hear the sounder, or we didn't hear the sounder, but you did. All right. So hello, everybody. Today's topic, before we even get started with our introductions. Today's topic, we're talking about create your ultimate squad, your team, your D&D play squad. There you go. That was a great way of introducing that. That's what we'll be talking about today. But first things first, we always catch up first because that's the whole point of the show. So the point of the show is for me to catch up with my friends. So if you want to fast forward, you can do that. So of course, you can listen to us on Spotify. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us live if you are doing that. But many ways to listen to sci-fi gangsters. That's who we are. That's the show. That's what we call it, right? All right. So, but first things first, we catch up. So I'll go ahead and begin. And this is not a joke. I have really started researching composting because I really thought I wanted to learn how to compost. Right? I have a lot of coffee grounds that I feel like I'm just wasting. I have, herbs and vegetables that sometimes you don't eat them quick enough and they go bad and you want to save those. I got plenty of dead leaves in my backyard. Then I also got some grass clippings. You know what? I'm like, what about composting? I also have a lot of clay in my backyard, and I've heard that composting helps with the clay. So I've been doing a lot of research. Apparently, there's all kinds of different ways you can compost. There's hot composting. There's cold. I've done the research. There's cold composting. There's something where you can just create a worm farm, right? It's just like a container where you have worms in it, and then it's like a tumbler where you can tumble the thing, right? That sounds fun. So I've been doing that. I've been researching. Right now, I have a pile in the back of my yard filled with leaves. No, I'm not going to do the eggshell thing, right? I'm not going to do the eggshells. I'm not going to do obviously meat or dairy, right? That's you're gonna attract the critters. I don't want to do that. So I have been researching that. I will tell you this, it is aggravating my wife a lot because she does not like this at all. Probably because that I brought up this idea that you can have the worm farm inside the house. Like you have a little container where you have like a layer of worms, right? And then you put the ingredients on their food, and then they rise up and they poop, right? They poop it out. And that's where you get the fertile, the compost. You put that on your plants, and it's a delicious dinner. Right? So
this is one of those tell me you're in your late 30s without telling me you're in your late 30s.
Yes, that is exactly what that is.
I'm telling you, every year it gets worse because I started getting really into recycling. I go through this weird phase every spring where I go plant crazy. Like I gotta go buy plants, and I gotta work on my backyard.
Well, go get your the plant sales this weekend over on campus.
Yeah, I've been looking at. I went to Home Depot. I always feel bad going to Home Depot because I always feel like you're giving money to a large corporation. But I went to Home Depot and I got some plants, some cool looking plants, and I was messing around with that today. So that was a whole lot of fun. So composting is today's topic. No, it's not. That's one thing that I recently have gotten into. So we'll go ahead and go through the squad here. Acid, we'll go ahead and get to you. What's new with you, Acid?
What is new with me? Let me tell you, I'm exhausted because this week we have had new floors put in, and they have. In fact, I will run the slideshow just so you can see it. Okay, where did
and can we see this slideshow, or is it just for the viewer?
Well, it's the text that I sent you. It's those pictures.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
Let me. How do we do this here? Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's my dining room. It's new floors. They came in, and honestly, it took them only two full days. Like they were really quick about it. I was really happy about that. So they came in the first day. They worked about a quarter of a day, and then they came back for 2 full days. And then today they just came and did the not the quarter round, but the transitions between the wood and like where we have tile and stuff. So you couldn't see that little gap. So they did that. But yeah, they did a really good job. So,
they pulled up your carpet. You said
they pulled up the carpet. We had wood floors, like real wood floors in the dining room area. So they had to take like this jackhammer thing, and because it was all glued for, I guess that's what they did back when this house was built. They decided to glue it to the ground.
It was like planks.
Yeah,
like
they were just straight planks. So they looked at it, and you could just see the the horrible look on their eyes, like, oh God, this is what we're gonna have to do to get this up. And so for about 2 days straight, you just heard it was so bad, and dust was everywhere, and wood chips, and we've been cleaning yesterday all day today. We finally got furniture moved back. I got my PC set up just in time for the show. It's just been one thing after another. So I took the afternoon off, so I didn't actually have to drive this afternoon. So they had a sub bus driver drive for me to take the little kiddos home. But other than that, we got a new mattress coming in next week, so I'm excited about that.
What kind of mattress do you got? So,
so old.
Well, the one that I have currently is a latex mattress. It was a hand-me-down from my parents. They had it for about a year and didn't like it. And I was like, I'll take it, So, and I've had it ever since, and we've probably had it at least 10 years. So, we went to the mattress store and decided to go Tempur-Pedic. So we're gonna at least try it out and see if we enjoy it, because they've given us 180 days to try it, which was really nice. And then if we don't like it, we can just go pick something else out. But I don't know. I laid on it. I liked it. It was nice and cool and stiff. Like, I like a nice firm mattress, firm pillow, firm mattress. But yeah.
Now, when you were shopping for mattresses, you didn't decide to just pick one on the side of the road?
No, we did not. In fact, if money was no option, I would have went with a Sleep Number bed. Okay. So Sleep Number, if you're listening right now, I know we've got millions of viewers right now. Everyone go buy a Sleep Number bed, okay, so that Sleep Number will give me a free one, okay? That bed was the most comfortable thing I have ever laid on in my entire life. Okay. It just was. I can't describe how if you're ever next to a Sleep Number store, just go in and lay down. You might take a nap by accident, but it will be amazing.
I always find it fascinating when, if you're ever on a homeowner association Facebook group or whatever, and someone will post on there, we're getting rid of our mattress if anyone wants it. I'm like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Don't post that. No one wants your disgusting.
It's only a
mattress.
13-year-old mattress, guys.
No one wants that. But yeah, so excellent. Acid got a new mattress.
How dirty are you when you're going to sleep?
What was that?
I said, how dirty are you when you're going to sleep?
It's still disgusting,
You sweat
Jeremy.
when
What are
you
you
sleep.
talking about? Don't try to
It
turn
happens.
this around on me.
I agree with you, Anthony. Sorry, I'm gonna have to.
Thank you. Jeremy is really big into the used mattresses. That's an excellent deal.
He has a used mattress store on the side. He's trying to up his business.
Save money where you can, man.
That's I always find it fascinating too when you buy the mattress in a box, when it comes in that small box,
Yeah.
and you open the box and it just slowly starts to spread. That's the coolest thing in the world. I don't know why I find that fascinating. All right, excellent. So, Acid, you got new floors, new mattress.
Yep.
Right.
I'm excited.
You're upgrading.
It's good stuff. Yep.
Excellent. All right, we'll move on to J-Dog, as he likes to be called,
J-Dog.
and he doesn't like to be called it. Jeremy, what's
It's
new
because
with
he
you?
doesn't like when the wheels on the bus go round and round, Anthony.
That's true. Yes,
he
that's an
doesn't like
inside
that.
joke, Stephanie. Just in case you were wondering, that is an inside joke that I say I ask every time. Do the wheels on the bus go round and round? And Jeremy loves it every time I do it. But Jeremy,
you could just look at his face and tell. Yeah.
yeah.
So not much new in the last week, I guess. I'm caught up on Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Hmm.
and I kind of don't like it.
Like as of today, caught up?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just kind of boring.
You know, I want to say I want to disagree with you, but I can see that. The thing about
Like
the thing
if you
about
put,
WandaVision, which was different, it was the very first 2 episodes were kind of wacky, and you didn't really know the direction it was going in. But at least it was interesting.
yeah,
Falcon
I mean,
Winter Soldier-
I feel like WandaVision.
It's at a high bar.
Yeah, I mean, it was character based, and the superhero stuff was an afterthought. And Falcon Winter Soldier, if it wasn't the superhero stuff, it would be like watching paint dry.
Well,
Like,
but
there's
it's the
nothing.
dude show, right? So like they've got to remind you that they're Marvel. So you have to have like lots of expensive special effects fight scenes and shit. So
and they did it, and it's definitely the way they set up the runtime as well. It's closer to a movie than WandaVision was. So WandaVision was like 30-minute episodes, and then of course Falcon Winter Soldier are hour episodes. So it's kind of a little bit different. But yeah, so Jeremy, you're telling me that you didn't love Baron Zemo dancing? Everybody was so crazy, right? Everyone was so crazy about Baron Zemo dancing.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like fan service. Like it feels completely unnecessary. Several of the things they've done the last couple episodes felt that way.
the therapy session.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not crazy about it so far. We'll see what happens. I mean, well, again, right? Like in Civil War, I was Team Iron Man. In this thing, I see where the Captain America guy is coming from, like the whole thing. Yeah.
You mean
So
Walmart captain?
yeah, Kurt Russell's boy. So we'll see what happens. And other news, I saw where Paramount announced the release date for the next Star Trek movie,
Okay.
which I'm also not excited about.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, so it's 2023 June something, I think. But the script is going to be written by one of the writers from Discovery.
So
Yeah.
now, okay, so Stephanie, just in case you were wondering, we've discussed Star Trek Discovery and many of the newer Star Trek episodes multiple times, and we've come to the conclusion that Jeremy's one of those toxic fans who doesn't like anything new. No, I'm just kidding. No, but Jeremy's not a big fan of Discovery. I like parts of Discovery, so particularly the 3rd season. Are you familiar with Discovery at all, or any Star Trek at all?
Yeah, so like I'm an OG Star Trek girl, like original series and next gen, but I sort of just like I didn't have TV for a long time, so I've seen the films, but I much prefer Star Trek to Star Wars. Controversial opinion.
I'm with you on that
I've
one.
not seen Discovery. But Anthony, I know no conversation with you would not include Star Trek, so I understand.
I'll give you my quick review on the new Star Treks. Right, here we go. Star Trek Picard was, and actually the more I think about Star Trek Picard, the more I realize how horrible the season was. Like it was just absolutely garbage, and it makes me not want to know. It makes me not care about Picard, which is by far my favorite fictional character of all time.
Still like Picard more than Discovery.
So, Star Trek Discovery gets better the later the seasons. This 3rd season is by far the best season, and we could talk all day about the pros and the cons, what I like and what I don't like about Star Trek Discovery. I love the characters in Star Trek Discovery, but I don't like all of the retconning that they do in Discovery. It's rampant. It's unnecessary. They do fix those issues in the 3rd season. But yeah, so that's kind of my quick. If you are a fan of Star Trek, I highly recommend that you watch the first 2 seasons of Discovery as quick as possible, just to get to that 3rd season, because it's worth it. Jeremy disagrees with me. Jeremy was not able to do it.
I couldn't make it through. Like I force-fed myself the 1st season, and I couldn't make it through the 2nd. Like it just continuously got worse.
It gets better, right?
You
It
get
gets
used
better.
to it. There's a difference.
Oh, slam.
I think the characters get more interesting. And so we've talked about Discovery way too much on this show. All right, so the thing about Discovery
I think
is
you've talked about Discovery way too much on this show.
one of the big flaws of Discovery is they don't focus enough on the
it's not Star Trek. I mean, that is the problem.
In a way,
it's pure action. It's mythology.
That's not my issues with it. That's not my issues with it. I felt like Discovery focuses too much on a few characters and not enough on the rest of the crew. The rest of the crew are very interesting characters that I want to get to know, and they don't focus on them at all. Like they're just these are extras. I'm like, no, I want to know about the cyborg character. There's a cyborg character on this ship. Why aren't we learning about the cyborg character? Oh, we do, because then she dies. Okay, anyways, moving on. That was a spoiler. All right, so we'll get on to Stephanie. We'll go ahead and get to you, Stephanie. I should have talked with you very first thing. I should have said how you doing before we even began. But Stephanie, how you doing?
I'm peachy. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Stephanie, we've taken a couple of classes together, a couple of seminars together. We took a horror seminar, and what was the other one? What's the one we took together? Oh, it was a psycho.
Was it the Lacan and Deleuze class?
Oh my goodness, that class.
Thick stuff.
Still don't know anything about psychoanalysis. If you asked me today, I took a whole seminar on it. If you asked me today to explain psychoanalysis, I would say no, because I don't know.
I could parrot back to you what Restivo said to us.
Okay.
Which isn't the same as really understanding it. But I appreciate his succinct summation of the topic.
He clearly knows it. That's what I can say. He clearly understands psychoanalysis. I do not. And the deeper I get into my PhD program, the more I realize I don't need it at all. It's not necessary. All right, anyways. But Stephanie, good to so what's new with you?
Oh, just living the dream of pandemic quarantine life, staring at my computer for 8 hours a day. Good times.
Do you try to get out? Do you go get out and do things?
I mean, I go for walks in my neighborhood, but I haven't. I've got one friend in my pod where we get together and we watch The Falcon and Winter Soldier, followed by The Mighty Ducks, because we have problematic media choices. But otherwise, it's just me and my husband and my cats.
What do you think of Falcon and Winter Soldier so far? You like it?
Okay, so that is a complicated question. And it is not a yes or no answer. I both love and hate it. I love Bucky. I love the character of him. I could completely, I both was super there for the Bucky Sam pairing in episode 2, and I was like, yes, even though I was completely aware it was totally queer baiting. So
there's
I
a
love
lot of that going on. Man, is there a lot of that going on.
Like all of my favorite media, I love it and it's problematic. So yeah, complex feelings. I haven't seen episode 4 yet, so
excellent.
Because I'm here instead of in front of the TV.
All right, excellent.
What do you think of the Mighty Ducks relaunch?
Oh, it's really cute. I didn't want to like it, but I do. It hits me right in my 90s child heart. So
it's fun. I mean, Emilio Estevez
he's so good at being disaffected, and I'm really glad to see him employed again. So and I think the kids are adorable. Although I'm surprised that they managed to find the perfect Goldberg stand-in character for the goalie. I'm
kind of hoping they bring him in, the actor who played Goldberg.
Yeah.
Now that he's cleaned up and everything, I'm kind of hoping he comes in at some point.
Well, I mean, I would not be sad to see Josh Jackson show up. Just throwing that out into the universe. So, where's he been since Fringe? I don't know.
Just swimming in money.
From all of his Dawson's Creek residuals.
All right, excellent. We're talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're talking Mighty Ducks. We're talking composting. We're hitting all the floors, remodeling the house. We're hitting all the key areas today in our science fiction comic books. We're hitting all the key. Jeremy, did you just drink out of a mug that had a J on it? Was that something? Here, question. Was it something that you bought or was it a gift? I hope it was something that you bought.
No, it was a gift from my sister because she knew I'd hate it. So she bought me like 20 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when you have company,
That's going to be the free giveaways for the trivia winners now. This big mug that says J on. We'll put dog on the other side, so you have J Dog.
Oh, perfect. Excellent.
I like it.
Yeah, that was a Christmas gift one year.
Nice.
Well, great. Excellent. Always annoying Jeremy. Me and your sister have something in common. We just love annoying Jeremy. Excellent. All right, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and get on to our topic for today, right? So today we're talking create your ultimate D&D squad. Now, I'm a D&D novice, right? I've only played a couple times, but I enjoy the your imagination, right? Role playing, pretending to be somebody else, right? I enjoy the whole process. Interacting with others, teamwork, right? Exploring the imaginary environment, right? Being immersed in the narrative. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So let's go ahead and get to our topic for today. You had to create a team of 4, right? And the rules for this particular one are one was a melee, it's magic character, it's a long distance character or range character, and then a wild card, right? Those were the rules. Jeremy, this is your topic. These were your rules. We all followed them. Right.
They were. So, I mean, the idea was, 3 sort of standard. The wild card could be a healer. It could be a more religious character, kind of up for debate based on who you chose for your other characters.
All right. Excellent. Well, there you go. So we'll go ahead. What we're going to do is go, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, that sort of thing like that we always do in the show. Acid, what are we starting off with? Are we starting with melee? I can't remember what you said.
Yes. I just realized that I have your pictures, but they're not in because you didn't specify which ones were which.
Okay, that's totally fine.
But melee is first. In fact, if you want to go first, I can throw yours in real quick.
All right, so when creating a squad, right, strategy-wise, the first thing that you need in a good squad is you need a tank, right? You need someone who can take most of the damage, right? If you want this person to lead, just in case there's some traps, some people hiding, right? You want this person to be in head, and if there's any sort of fight, you want this person to take the most of the damage, while everybody else, maybe you have some DPS characters, right? Whatever's going on, you want them to be able to step back and allow this person to take most of the damage. So what fictional character? Sounds
like you're describing a World of Warcraft party. That's what you're doing right now.
Exactly. Well,
they're all based on.
That's what it all is. That's what World of Warcraft is. It's D&D. So my character is Luke Cage. Luke Cage is my tank of my squad, right? So you'll probably notice I have a particular theme in my squad, and then I also had they're relatively underpowered, perhaps you can make the argument, right? But they all kind of have the same.
Easy to defeat.
You know what? That doesn't matter. It's about the relationships that they have with each other. All right. Anyways, so we have Luke Cage. Okay, let's talk about his powers, right? He's bulletproof. He's super strong, right? He has a chain at one point, right? He has a chain sometimes, right? So he's bulletproof, right? He's got super strong skin. He could take all the hits, right? But he's also super strong, so he can also dish it as well, right? So Luke Cage is my melee / my tank of my crew. Acid, we'll get to you. Who's your melee?
Okay, so my melee. Let me bring him up here. I was also thinking big, huge, tankish type guy, and I tried to stick within. I went separate on a wild card, but I tried to stick within the DC realm of things. So I went with Bane. Bane, huge. Not a lot going on up here, but a lot going on right here. And the picture I have of him is just amazing. I don't know who drew this, but my gosh, they did a really good job. And plus, I mean, he's got the stuff that he's getting injected into himself.
I was gonna say, like, he is dependent on drugs.
Yeah.
I assume you're using comic book.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And I don't know. I just really thought that he would be a phenomenal melee because he could just run in there and take care of business, while my other teammates, which you will find out shortly, take care of other business.
All right, excellent. So it looks like me and Acid are kind of on the same strategy here, right? We and really, Luke Cage versus Bane, that would be a good fight, in my opinion. I think that would be a good fight.
That might be a good one.
Excellent. All right. Jeremy, who is your melee character?
So I went a different way. So I thought about the different subjects we talk about, which are sci-fi, fantasy, comics, and video games. And so I wanted to choose one character from sort of each realm. And so my melee character is Kratos from God of War.
Okay.
So Kratos is the son of Zeus. He murders essentially all the Olympians. He kills Balder, the Norse god. So he absorbs a ton of punishment. He delivers a ton of punishment. And yeah, he is essentially the most overpowered melee close range fighter I could think of.
I think that's a good choice. Now, of course, I've never played the God of War series, although I'm very familiar with the character. Luke Cage can take him, though, right?
I mean, he literally beats Zeus to death with his fists. So
you're saying
Zeus
no?
had it coming.
It's in my mind, it's tough to think of a stronger one than that.
So first of all, why are we fighting each other? Like, why is it always a competition with you, Jeremy? Right? Why is it always a competition with you? All right. So Stephanie, who is your melee character?
All right. Well, I went a different direction from all y'all. I am going with specifically Birds of Prey Harley Quinn.
Ooh,
because when you get up close, she is scrappy, and her ability to like use her body weight to throw people around, she begin to fight no matter who she encounters. So I'd like to see her face off with Luke Cage. I think that'd be an interesting fight. I would pay to see that. There's probably fanfic out there.
Well, we're gonna have to send an email to NetherRealm Studios after this, just so we can get some more fighting games out of them with all these wonderful character ideas.
All right, excellent. There you go. There's our melee characters, right? They're in the thick of it, right? They're the ones that are gonna punch you in the face, take some of the damage. I'm explaining what melee characters do. All right, so number 2, what category are we in next?
All right, now you're in ranged.
All right, range. All right, so when I'm thinking about range, what I want is a DPS character. I want a glass cannon. I want someone who's going to dish out punishment, right, from a safe distance, right? You got Luke Cage who's taking the brunt of it, and this character is just going to just tear people apart, laser focused damage on the enemies. Who is that?
Laser focus.
Also, you want someone who could potentially be the leader of the squad. You want someone who has tactical experience, leadership experience. It's Cyclops. Okay, so you got Cyclops. He's telling everybody what to do. He's the leader of the group, and he's just in the back, and he's just optic blasting everybody that he sees. Right? He can optic blast here. He can optic blast there. Right? All that fun stuff. Then he can get really angry and do one big optic blast, right? What I'm trying to say is that he's just going to give some damage to these enemies, while Luke Cage is, taking all the brunt of the damage and distracting from potential danger for Cyclops. Because the one thing we know about Cyclops is he's kind of a weakling, but he's got a lot of power in his optic blast. All right, Acid, who is your range character?
All right, sticking with the DC realm. So while Bane's doing his thing, he's got all the enemies kind of rounded up, they're all hitting him, they're all beating him. Well, who's off in the shadows in the back, just throwing arrows at him? That's right, it's Green Arrow. Okay. Green Arrow up on a cliff, just precision shots, all of his specialty arrows, and his little green mask and his facial hair, looking all rangy and everything. Anyway, I think he would be a phenomenal range character because we're talking some range. I mean, like cross the map range, okay? And then he could just get over there real quick just by shooting one of those arrows and then gliding in on it, So I think that was a good one.
All right, now what universe are we talking about? You're talking about the CW universe?
I just got a comic book one.
You're doing comic book Green Arrow.
I went comic book this route. Yeah.
What about the guy who does the little thing? What's that called? What is that move
called?
Salmon Ladder.
Salmon Ladder.
Okay,
there you go. Right. He's got
that's not what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
Did he do that in the show or something?
Yes. I think he did.
Often and shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Stephanie was
comic book
really
Green
excited
Arrow,
about that.
I mean, it's like the first 4 seasons are fantastic. But are you talking original Green Arrow or like New 52 Green Arrow? Because they're a little different.
I don't know, honestly. I got nothing on that. Y'all know way more about this than I do. I'm throwing characters at you. Okay.
All right. Should we bring up the issue of why would Bane and Green Arrow be teaming up together? Is this what's going on here?
No, we shouldn't.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
It's a what if.
This is a what if scenario, man.
All right,
Let's get anything
Jeremy,
can happen.
what do you got, Jeremy?
So I went with the most classic range character of all, which is Legolas from
Okay.
Lord of the Rings. So in my mind, a range character, a rogue, is not purely attack. You also want somebody who's stealthy and can sneak up on people and kill them silently. And so Legolas has all that in spades, right? He can hit anything from any distance. He can be there without you knowing about him. He's got elven health and healing potions and things like that.
Plus, you can always ask him, Legolas, what do your elven eyes see?
Yeah, he can see a very far distance. Yeah,
And he's got the prettiest hair.
and he's royalty. Yeah, he's got everything really.
Now, funny that you mentioned Legolas, because when I was talking with Stephanie, kind of explaining this particular episode, I was like, like a range character like Legolas, and her response was, "Fuck Legolas." So I just want to know why that is the response, Stephanie.
I mean, I'm not like a Tolkien girl, generally speaking. And he just, I mean, like, he's too busy brushing his hair out to get that like nice straight sort of like, perfect to do. So he's really busy with the personal hygiene, and he can't necessarily be troubled to join your fight.
Well, I mean, the assumption is that he has to work to look like that, right?
Everyone has to work to look like that.
I mean, maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's.
It's just his natural elven skin.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful, beautiful elf. I can take down an elephant.
He's a Deus Ex Machina as a character. I don't find him compelling. Sorry.
There you
What was that sound again, Jeremy?
I mean, I do actually find him compelling, mainly because of his relationship with some of the humans, and so he goes away from his woodland elf heritage. Like he leaves his kingdom essentially to do what he thinks is right.
Right, sounds good. I like it. I like the defense of Legolas. All right, Stephanie, who is your range character?
A Hawkeye. Who else?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, like, A, he can hit you from like almost any distance. B, you're gonna need, in the middle of a fight, you just need somebody who can drop like a quick bon mot, and Hawkeye's there for you with the funny one-liner that relieves tension. And then C, he has, a boxing glove arrow. So
yeah, does the Green Arrow have a boxing glove arrow? Huh? Acid?
If he does, I've yet to see one that I know of. Anyway.
So it looks like you were all kind of were the same thoughts, right? We got Legolas, we got Green Arrow, and we got Hawkeye. I went with Cyclops, right? He's just going to object blast you.
Cyclops it.
All right, good. All right, so let's go ahead. And what was our third one?
You are on magic now.
All right, so magic. Now, Jeremy, I like that you mentioned you were trying to take down my choice for range. You were saying that you needed a character who could be sneaky, who can sneak up on people, perhaps can survey the area, right? If you need someone to go and like check out what's going on. Now, this character is not. This character in the comics, you wouldn't say this was a magical character, but if we put it in the D&D world, you would have to explain her powers as magic, right? And that is the Invisible Woman. All right, so the Invisible Woman can help out. She is going to be your support. Don't give me that face, Jeremy, because it works. All right, so the Invisible Woman she's the ultimate support for the team. She has force fields, so she can protect the team if they ever get in trouble. She can do a little bit of offense with her force fields as well, but also she can go invisible. So if she needs to sneak up on somebody, if she needs to check out what's going on over there, she can do that as well. I think she can also make other people invisible. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm sure there's an issue where she did it. Anyways,
Sure, she's got
what
a
I'm
bubble
saying
shield.
is she's got force fields that can protect the team. Very helpful, right? Especially Cyclops. He gets in trouble. Oh no, force field, right? Protect him. And then she can go invisible. She can do the Legolas thing. Right, so there you go. There's my magic character. That would be the Invisible Woman. Acid, who is your magical character?
Okay, so in this realm, I actually had to look up his powers. Sorry, I'm trying to get him on screen here. I actually went with someone so mystical in a world of demons and angels, and I went with John Constantine. I thought, I was like, man, who better, right? And I actually I was curious to see like what all his powers were. Like it's endless. Like he can summon demons, cosmic awareness, astral projection, energy I mean, the list goes on. I mean, it's ridiculous. So as far as magic users go, I think he would be bar
He'd be the
none.
most fun to hang out with.
He would be the most fun to hang out with. But yeah, so
Could smoke cigarettes together. He loves cigarettes, right? He's so cool. He smokes.
So cool,
right?
man.
He's a superhero, but he's disillusioned, so he has a cigarette, right? That's fun.
But yeah, so John Constantine is my my magic pick for this
All right, I like
amazing crew that can never be defeated.
All right, I like it. I like the direction we're going here. Obviously, we have a theme. I'm going Marvel, obviously. Acid, you're going DC. Jeremy's doing his own thing. Jeremy, what is your magic character?
My magic character is Scarlet Witch. So depending on which iteration of comics you're looking at, she's essentially the most powerful magic user you can imagine, right? She controls the very fabric of matter and reality. So someone who can bend the world and the universe as she sees fit. That's pretty much as overpowered as you get.
And sometimes she gets frustrated with mutants, right? Every once in a while, she'll get frustrated with mutants and she'll say, no more mutants. And it starts a whole story, right? Excellent. There you go. So
Daddy issues.
A little bit of daddy issues.
Just a little bit.
Magic character. Stephanie, who's your magic character?
So I almost picked Constantine, actually, because Hellblazer is one of my favorite comic book characters ever. But I actually picked Zatanna instead.
Okay.
I think she's stronger than him. And also
Is that so? Do we need to have a fight now?
She looks badass.
Okay.
So yeah, I will take her. So
That's a good choice.
But can she turn invisible? You didn't think about that.
Pretty much anything. If she can speak. You know, if you put a gag on her, then she's got some problems. But you know.
Well, there you go.
They did announce a Zatanna movie, right?
Yeah, with Emerald Fennell, who wrote Promising Young Woman. So that's an interesting choice. I will stay tuned.
Very good. All right, so we're getting to our final character. We're rounding out our wild card. Is that correct, Acid?
That is correct. I figured wild card would be a good last round. Throw everybody off.
Yeah, so I was thinking to myself, who would help out my team, right? Let's go through my team. I got Luke Cage. He's my tank. I got the Invisible Woman support, right? I got Cyclops leadership, right? Chest. He's got a big chest in all the comics. And
is that all you look for in a superhero? It's a big chest. That's all you need.
Got a really big chest.
Gotcha.
And infidelity.
Right, so sure, excellent. And then who's gonna support this? So I'm thinking he's got a little bit of range, but he's mostly melee, right? And then he's also got a little bit of technology involved as well, and that's gonna be Blade. Blade is gonna be my miscellaneous character, right? The vampire hunter, played by Wesley Snipes in the movies. You know, they're gonna come up with a new Blade here soon, right? But I'm talking your classic comic book character Blade. He's got the garlic stuff. He's got all kinds of technology, right? So if he can create garlic bullets, he can create other things, right? And who knows, we might fight against vampires, and then it would be perfect for Blade, right?
It's true. You never know. You never know.
He has experience fighting creatures. What do you do in D&D all the time? You fight creatures. So everybody's doing their own thing. He's going around with his sword. He's killing people, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? Good and bad.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was going to say, does Cyclops, his optic blast not have any UV radiation in there?
So you know what? Now you're just
Blade's a daywalker. He's cool.
Yeah, but
he's good. He's good.
Don't try to bring out flaws in my team because there isn't any, right? They're also best friends. Did I mention that they're all best friends? So the friendship is what makes them stronger. All right, Acid. Who is your miscellaneous character?
Okay. When all is lost, and all the teams have come together and are trying to defeat me, and they're on their last breath, and they just can't hold out any longer, you can only call on one person to guarantee victory. Guarantee victory, okay? And that is none other than Q. Let's bring Q in to just, it's done. I got
right,
you.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. So. Yeah.
So basically, you just said God.
Yeah, pretty much.
And God comes.
Yeah, so I thought that would be a nice little wild card. I mean, just there he is. Oh, what's going on here, guys? And I think he'd be a fantastic group leader. Obviously, real strong-minded, right?
Because Q's the most
knows
of all the
sarcasm at all.
Would he play well
right?
with others, or would he just be self-serving?
Oh, he's just going to be himself. Okay, let's just let him be himself. I just think it'd be so great to see that just in action.
All right, excellent. Well, there you go. Acid just destroyed his whole setup here by adding Q, right? That's fine. All right, Jeremy, J-Dog, right? What do you have? What is your miscellaneous character?
So my miscellaneous character is in a similar vein to Q, but I think he's on par with how OP my other characters are, which is the Doctor.
Okay.
Specifically the 10th Doctor. So he has the
not the Doctor from Voyager. Gotcha. Okay.
No, the Doctor. So he has the.
That was obnoxious. Is that what they say when they talk about the Doctor? They go the Doctor. Doctor Who fans, is that what they do?
Yeah. I mean, he's the Doctor.
There's only one.
So he has the technology level and the knowledge of the Time Lords. He has the regenerative energy of the TARDIS, so he can heal people. He knows what's going on. He's the smartest guy in the room. He's the
10th Doctor would also have a really high charisma score.
Yes, 10th Doctor is very, very high charisma. He would be a very good leader, which is actually why I chose the 10th over the 11th.
Now, which one's the 10th one? Is it the one where he goes, I don't want to go? Is it the one that does that?
Yes.
Is it really? Oh, that's the only Doctor Who thing I know is one of the doctors goes, I don't want to go. And then everyone's like, oh, it's so adorable. That's
it's not adorable. It's tragic.
Okay. Gotcha. Excellent. Well, there you go. He doesn't want to go, right? He wants to stay where he's at, but he doesn't want to go, right? It's tragic. He's going somewhere other than here.
Anthony doesn't know where he's going.
He has no idea about any of Doctor Who.
Probably to hell. All right, so
John Constantine can help with that.
And he defeats the devil.
Okay, well, excellent. There you go. So, Stephanie, who is your miscellaneous character?
I actually entertained the thought of Q as well. So Acid and I are channeling some of the same wavelengths.
Yeah.
But I thought he would be a megalomaniac, so I ended up going with John Wick.
Okay, I like that choice.
Okay.
So while Harley is out there fighting and insulting people and just pissing everybody off, John Wick comes along and he just dispenses of people efficiently. So
with his shirt off or on, or does it matter?
I don't think he's shirtless.
Or just kind of like the open shirt. The Anthony's look that he does every day when he teaches. He's got the open shirt.
Keanu Reeves. There's no wrong answer.
That would be weird, right?
Welcome to class, everyone. I'm your new professor. You can call me Ripped. I mean, Dr. Ripped.
So it seems that Stephanie and me have taken this seriously. The rest of you have not. But that's totally fine.
I feel like my choices were very serious.
Okay, excellent. All right. Very good. Well, there you go. There's our squad. There's our crew. There's our team, if you will. Right? If you who would you create? Write that in the comments. All right. So there you go. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and move on to our last segment. Stephanie, I don't know if you're familiar with the show. This show is very well established. We've been doing this for a very long time. And the last thing we do is we do some trivia. We'll do a little bit of nerd trivia, I guess you could call it. And then we'll just have to struggle to beat Jeremy. Right?
We all struggle, right?
That's the plan. Every once in a while, I'll know something and I'll answer it correctly. But most of the time, I do not.
Okay. I don't need the cards this time. You know why? Because everything's going to be on that screen, guys.
Yeah,
so you at home can play along if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not watching it on YouTube and listening to it on Spotify. Wow, what do people do when they're on Spotify, Anthony? They eat a dozen eggs.
Maybe they're eating breakfast in the morning. Maybe
watching Joe Rogan while listening to us eating 12 eggs. Yeah.
If I've always said, if you like Joe Rogan's podcast, you'll love this show. You'll love this show, right? Connect those two together. All right, good.
All right, so I went with Geek Out again. I grabbed 3 Geek Out cards with 3 Geek Out questions. How this is going to work is I'm going to give you something. Okay, I'm going to say name, or I'm going to give you a topic. You're going to see how many of that thing you can name. We'll start with 1, whoever can name 1, whoever can name 2, whoever can name 3, and we'll go so on and so forth. And so whoever says they can name the most will get their opportunity to name the number that they said. And if they get it right, they get the round. So
Stephanie, you might need a pencil and paper if you got it.
Because the lists could be long. Yeah, and we'll listen to your lists and we'll judge your list accordingly.
So this game is basically name that tune, right? The famous name the tune, right? Where you say I can name the tune in 10 seconds. But this is I can
name flavors of jelly beans, like that kind of. Yeah, there you go. And then you name your flavors of jelly beans. All right. So the first one, we are going to go into the land of movies, okay, and say how many Wizard of Oz characters can you name?
Oh my goodness!
Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. I'm giving you 1 there in the title. You should know. Anthony was going to miss that one. I can see that on his face. So, Wizard of Oz characters. How
many? I think we're all going to know the main ones. The question is, are you going to know all the side people?
Right. Yeah, that's where it comes in. Give you another few seconds to think it over. Write down your answers. Count up your answers. And I'm gonna say if you can name, we'll start with 3, real easy. If you can name 3, go ahead and throw up a hand. Okay. All right. What about 5? Who can name 5? Okay. Oh, all right. Well, let's go with 7.
I can name 7.
Ooh. All right. 8.
I think I named 8.
All right, Anthony's out. 9. Oh, all right.
All right, Jeremy.
Jeremy's at 9. Anybody else want to counter before he starts?
I don't think I could do 9.
Nope. All right, Jeremy, let's hear your 9.
So Dorothy, Toto, the Wizard, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, Scarecrow, Auntie Anne, the East Witch, West Witch.
There you go. There's your 9. Jeremy takes the round.
Oh. Auntie Anne was the one I was thinking of.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice.
I also had Flying Monkey.
I could have
the Flying
teacher's
Monkey.
name.
All right. We're going to make this one really easy, right? In the next category, it's not really a category, but how many web browsers can you name?
Web browsers?
How many web browsers are there? There could be millions of web browsers. Go ahead and
What does that mean, web browsers? What are we talking about?
Like a search engine.
Not like
Oh
a
wait,
search
web
engine.
browser and search
Those are
engine
two
aren't the same
Those are two
thing?
different things.
Are they two different things?
Yeah.
How to? Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. Sorry, web browser. Yes, sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, web browser. How to surf the internet. They could be old. They could be new. They could be in development. As Anthony looks up the answer on his web browser.
No.
All right. We're going to throw out 5. Who can name 5 right now? No problems.
No, I can name 5.
Okay. What about 7?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, all right. J-Dog says he can name 7.
Hey, how are you gonna do computer questions with Jeremy?
It just came up.
Okay.
I thought you could hold your own on this one, Anthony.
Not when it comes to computer stuff.
Okay. All right, Jeremy. Let's hear the 7.
Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera, Mosaic.
Yep.
Edge.
Does
It's
AOL
right there.
count? Does AOL count?
No, they didn't have a web browser. Like
Didn't they have it?
Was it
like
not?
like the
they had
very
an embedded
first.
one.
I
It
would
was
think-
your connection interface.
Yeah,
okay.
Netscape was the other one.
Netscape.
Had
Oh yeah,
browser.
I remember Netscape. Good old Netscape. Okay. All right, so this last one is a winner take all. All right, here we go. And this one's video game related.
We're just undermining your 2 out of 3, Jeremy.
That's right. Yeah, I'm taking it all. I do
never
this. I
actually
do
read
this
it, that's fine.
all the time. Yeah. So how many co-op video games can you name? Video games in which there is co-op.
Does it have to
play.
be the storyline?
No, just any co-op video game. You can play with your friends. Okay? If you can play this game with your friends.
Wait, you just play with your friends, or you have to cooperate on a team together for a common goal?
Co-op for yes, cooperative play. Yes.
I mean, there's so many games. I can't.
I know the first one you wrote down, Anthony. I already know. I know the first game that you wrote down on that piece of paper in front of you.
Do you now?
I do. Yep.
Like of all, like any time?
Right. All right, we'll start with 5. Who can name 5 cooperative video games? All right. 7. I'm going to jump to 10. 12.
I could probably do 12.
13.
We got 12 listed now. I don't think
12. There's a tie at 12. Who wants to try 13?
I'll do 13. I got another one.
Anthony, you want to try 14?
I mean, I would have to think. I would need a little more time to think.
I'll give you 15 seconds.
I got 14 now.
Oh, he's got 14.
Just do it. Because it's like every game. It's just thinking of games.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just thinking of the games.
All right, let's hear 14. Let's hear 14 video games.
So I got Diablo 3, I got Portal 2, I got Mass Effect, I got Star Wars Old Republic, I got Star Trek Online, I got Call of Duty, Overwatch, Fortnite, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Minecraft, Borderlands, Stardew Valley, Destiny.
Nice. And didn't even mention Madden.
I don't consider sports games games.
That was the first one Anthony wrote down on his list was Madden.
No, the first one. Do you want to guess what the first one was?
I thought it was Madden. I just figured, he would have like, Madden 21.
The ultimate co-op game. That's Borderlands.
Borderlands. Okay.
Borderland is the ultimate. Oh, and then Monster Hunter is another really big co-op.
Monster Hunter. Exactly. Well, congratulations, Stephanie. You win The Lamborghini that Jeremy will send you in the mail via FedEx. It's going to be great.
You lost me at video
And a
games.
lifetime supply of Twizzlers. It's really cool what we do
Sweet.
here.
Can they be the pull and peel?
Hey, whatever you want. Anything you want. Yes.
Excellent. Well,
So,
that's the show. Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's nice to see humans and hang out.
All right.
That's nice.
I'll go ahead and give you a chance to plug is there anything you want to plug? Is there anything you want to say before we head out of here?
Resistance is futile.
Okay, excellent.
Nice.
There you go. Perfect. All right. That's the show. Once again, you can watch us on YouTube. You can also check us out on Spotify if you want to, vacuum the house while you're listening to a podcast. Oh, that doesn't really seem very efficient, right? Vacuuming, that's very loud. How can you listen to a podcast when you're vacuuming? Driving in the car, right? Listen to us. But that's the show. Thanks for watching or listening, everybody. Bye.